Good night, everyone. It's Mary with Hogwild Designs. I'm just trying to get my device over here to get my Facebook page up so that I can potentially see some comments as they come in. There we go. Oops, let's go back here. There. And there I am. All right, I think I'm live. I have my device ready, so we are ready to go. Thanks for coming on. I see Jennifer is on. Thank you. And Eileen. So I'm busy here conditioning some Model Magic clay. How are you tonight? And so what we're gonna do is to make a hot cocoa, and I have some cookies that I'm gonna embellish them with. So hopefully they come out. I have this idea in my head, so I haven't done it yet, so we'll see how it comes out. But so I'm just sitting here conditioning some clay while our viewers come on. And we with Model Magic, you want to really condition your clay, otherwise it's really prone to cracking. So conditioning it about 5 minutes is ideal. And what we're going to do with this Model Magic tonight is that I've already made some little cookies like this, and they're nice and dry. So now I have painted them the chocolate color, like so. And now we're just going to add the filling. And then at Christmas time, you always see store-bought cookies where people have done something a little extra to them. And that's kind of what I'm thinking of tonight, where we're going to dip it into some yellow, not yellow, but red, some red drip, and add some sprinkles to it. And then we're going to embellish that cookie in our hot cocoa. So that's my plan, and hopefully it turns out. I've also, where are my original ones here? Right here. Last year I made some little gingerbread shapes, so we're going to add some little gingerbreads to them. I didn't like this color, so I painted it. So we have a new color, more gingerbread color tones, so I just paint those with just regular acrylic paint. So those are, I like the color of those much better. So all right, I think my clay is about ready to roll out, and all we have to do tonight is just make some rounds to add to our cookies. So let me move this over here, because first up what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint I have another cookie here that I want to paint, and we'll just paint that real quick, and then we'll roll out our center for our filling. So we're going to move this camera down here. Okay, let's move these little fellas aside. And this is the one we want to paint. So all I did is I found a paint that I liked, that I thought the color was pretty close. I didn't have to do anything special to it. And all I'm using is Apple Barrel Burnt Umber. And when I just have a little bit of paint, I just take it out of the lid. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just paint my cookie. I want to get around the edges, because in case our filling don't quite cover all of it, we want our edges and sides to all be covered and no white showing. So that's what I'm doing here. We're just painting this little cookie. I also did some sampling with my molds and made some cookie shapes using plaster Paris. I could use those. They came out really nice looking. I chose not to use plaster Paris for this project because I thought that they would be too heavy for my whip, my Cool Whip. So I decided that the Model Magic cookies would be the best choice. I'm just gonna fill that all in. I saw Eileen's project with her little gingerbread men. I've been really hitting it hard with making different gingerbread men home decor pieces. So I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so now we have this one painted. I'll probably have to go back and give it another coat, but right now it looks pretty good. And we'll just set this aside for a second while I show you my projects that I've done. So I like to paint. So I painted these little cutting boards, these little gingerbread, little girl and a little fella, and I bought wood shapes. They were 6 inches tall and they were freestanding, so I painted them initially. Then I said, you know, those are just too darn cute. We got to do something else with that image. So I made these, and this one I have a little rag bow on there with a little bell on there. I need to embellish this one up yet. So that was fun. And then the other things that I'm working on is I've made my own little gingerbread. This is a little gingerbread fella. And then I just have some mugs that I put some red drip on it, and he'll be sitting on this at some point. And then I have these little cookie sheets I made that I embellished up with I hand painted these little gingerbreads and just attached them to this little cookie sheet that I also made. And the next project I have here is a snow globe, where I have this little gingerbread that's going to be holding a little gingerbread cookie cutter. And I'm not quite sure what else we're going to do. We're going to embellish the outside with a big bow or something, and figure out what we're going to do the top as well. So that's on my list of projects as well. So you'll have to watch my page and see how they turn out. So we're going to move my cookies aside here while I roll out my filling. Let's check on some comments. It really has been. What is it? She's Crafty USA. Yes, learning different techniques has been a lot of fun, and there's all different kinds of fake bakes or things that you can do with clays that has been a great something new to add to my skill set, and it's been a lot of fun. Okay, so we have our clay all conditioned up. Let's get this rolled out. I always just, for some reason, I just like press it down with my hand before I roll it out. I don't know what it is. So then I'm just gonna roll this out. I don't I don't want it to be double stuff. I just want it to be standard Oreo filling thickness. A little bubble there. We're getting pretty close, I think. Let's do it one more time. All right. Oops. Okay, so what I've done is I found a cookie cutter that is about the same size as my Oreo. So we're going to cut 2 of those out because I have 2 shapes already painted. Put this back in the bag, seal it up quick here. All right. So now before I put this on forever, we're going to put a little super glue on this. I think I'm just going to put it on the back of my dried cookie here. Then we're just going to put some more super glue on the other side here. Well, it does look like a double stuff cookie, but that's all right. Those are the ones I like the most because I like the filling. So we got 2 more to do, or 1 more cookie to do here. Okay. Some more glue on this one. Have any of you been watching some of the crafters doing their Christmas in July? This is the first event that for crafting that I'm participating in. I have participated in a live sale yesterday or last night, and then I have another live sale on Sunday. So if you're interested in getting some unique Christmas items, you can definitely go to my page, and there's information about that. And if you go to my page, I would love to have you follow and like my page. I have tried to go live weekly, sometimes twice a week, and then I am trying to reach a goal of a certain number of followers, and then it will just help me with my business and things. So, okay, so now we have our cookies all together, and don't they look like those little chocolate covered treats at the store. So now what I want to do is I'm thinking about dipping these in to a red drip, or a red, what's the other word we call it? Well, we're going to call it a red drip. It's the same product that I used to make the drips on those white cups. And then we're just going to put some sprinkles on them. So this is the cup that I mixed my concoction in. Let's see if we can get it open. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this. Here is my concoction all mixed up in this little bottle. This is what I used when I dripped my red drip on my cups. But I'm just going to, like, instead of dunking it in, I'm just going to like drizzle this on. And this cup is just going to be what catches it. But before I do that, I want to be able to, once I get my drizzle on, I want to be able to get my sprinkles on right away. So this cup is going to catch my sprinkles, and my sprinkles are these look like this, the little chocolate pieces and some little candy peppermints. And so that's what we're going to put on our candy here, or on our cookie. So let's see how this works. So let's go to this setting. Let's see. Let's check it out. I think I have it pretty covered. Now, let's see what's going to be best here. I'm just going to pour some of these into this container here. I have a spoon here, and we're just going to spoon these picky about how I like them, so I'm just gonna move a few over so they're not like laying on top of each other so much. Okay, that's pretty good. So now I'm gonna lay this on my parchment paper over here, and we'll let that dry. And then we'll do this other one here. looks pretty good. And we'll spoon some of these on again. I want this cup. Move them around a little bit. Oops. Just kind of got buried in these. This one I have a lot. It's pretty thick. Pretty thick. Well, let's see here. I don't want so much. I want more candy. All right, I think that looks pretty good. We'll set this over on my parchment paper and we'll let that dry. And while that's doing its thing, we are now going to work on our hot cocoa cup here. Okay, so I purchased a mug from Dollar Tree. I painted the inside. Painting the inside did take quite a bit of work, multiple coats of paint, but it does work. But there's other techniques you can use as well. I've learned some other techniques since I've done this, but I needed to get these cups used up. So then what I do is I use a toilet paper roll as my filler, and then I purchase foam core board, and then that's going to be my top. That's going to sit on top of here. And so that means I don't have to fill up that entire space with spackle or something. So what I like to do is I hot glue my toilet paper roll inside of my hot cocoa cup, and I just go around the edge here. That down inside. So my toilet paper roll was longer, you know, like this long. Oh, I have some toilet paper on there. Surprise! And so I set it in there, set it in here initially, and determine how much I want to cut off. And then I put my little foam core piece on top. I do not want to see the edge of my foam core around the edge of the where the chocolate is or where the paint is. So I just continue just to trim down my toilet paper roll until it's the desired length. So now I have my toilet paper roll in here. And let's get that picked up before we have a mess. My little container of the red drizzle fell over. Got that cleaned up. So now I'm ready to put my foam core piece on top. So I'm just gonna again just take my hot glue, run it around the top edge of that. And then I'm gonna set this on top. Oh, what's this on my? Just like that. So there we are ready to start putting our whipped topping on. So I always keep my filled bags in this little container. I have microfiber cloth in there to keep it moist, because I don't use this all the time, so I want to keep my material pliable and not bind up on me inside of my bag. I think I have a big air pocket here. Oh, I guess we're down in there. Just want to get this ready. All right, so now I'm just going to fill up my hot cocoa with some spackle or frosting. Like that. So I'm going to put my bag back in my container here. All right. So now we can embellish this. So I have a variety of things here. I have some little candy cane sticks that I made. We can use those. I have this little rolling pin that I cut in half that we could also stick in there if we wanted to stay with more of a gingerbread theme. I think we're gonna pass on that right now. I have some marshmallows I made. And then I have some straws. So I had two different red straws. We have a bright, shiny one, and we have this more matte colored straw. And just looking at my ribbons, trying to determine which one I might use. So if we go with the shiny, I have this kind of a organza ribbon, but it is kind of shiny, and I think it matches this pretty good. So I think we're gonna go shiny. So let's get our straws prepared. I'm just kind of taking my straw, kind of measuring how long it might need to be. We're going to cut it about here. And we're just going to cut two of them right away. And then I am going to take my wire cutters. Hi Bobby, how are you? Yeah, I have been putting my spackle bags in another container, but I found that microfiber cloth just keeps the end nice and moist without whenever I do use it again, I just make sure, pipe some out, so in case it did get a little watery, it does help a lot. So now I'm just going to cut my bamboo a little shorter than my straws. Let's cut two of those. And then I'm gonna set this aside here because you probably can't see what I'm doing. Let's get some hot glue here. And I like to insert my skewer into the end that I cut so that the other end typically is nice looking. Because here you can kind of see that it's a little deformed in shape, so but on this end it still looks nice. Stick my straw in there. Those are ready. So now we can now I'm going to be very careful about working with this because this is still wet. But I'm wondering, I probably should add a skewer to these as well. I just made a, you probably didn't even see what I did. What I did is I made a hole in my cookie, and now I'm going to add some super glue to the end of that skewer. This was one that I used for something else, but it will work fine for this. I'm just going to put that up in there, and now we can nip this off. Oopsie, my skewer went flying. Okay, so we could stick this down in here. Oh, that's cute. That's cute, cute. I got so far. And I think that marshmallow is too large. Should we try our straws over here in the other side? Let's try that. But do we want a straw with a cocoa? What do you think? Do we want straws with cocoa? Hi, Amanda. What do you think? Straws with a hot cocoa or just some marshmallows? Maybe we could stick our little our gingerbread man in here as well. I think we could, right here. I think we will. We're gonna put our little gingerbread man right up here next to our Oreo. Let's see. Like that. And I think we'll use some of these marshmallows that are this size and stick them in here. Let's see, what else do we got? Originally I was in oopsie. I was going to put some chocolate drizzle, but maybe we can put a little of the red drip on these, as well as a little bit Oh, I think we're gonna do the red drip. And then, I need one more. One more marshmallow. Okay, so that's what I have so far. So we can do chocolate drip on our marshmallows. We could do, this is what we're gonna do with our gingerbread. I have some white puffy paint, and we're just gonna put a little dollop on his little head here. Like that. And then maybe we grab one of these brown, these brown little guys. Let me get my handy dandy wax pencil out. And see what we got here. Let's grab a chocolate one, I think. Grab one, my pencil. Come on. There we got two. I'm gonna just maybe put that right on the top here. Like that. You would do the chocolate? I think so. Because that's normal. That's what you would normally see. So maybe we do that. But do you think we should put the straws in there, like on the side over here? Like over here? Maybe? Or one of these peppermints? Maybe a peppermint. Let's try this. Which end do I want? There, that looks pretty cute. So now let's put some chocolate on the marshmallows, and this time I'm using slick paint. Let's give it a shake. on so far. And now I think we could add some extra sprinkles to our piece. Before I do that, I want to get my little spritz bottle out, which I'm running out of distilled water. But before I do that, I think I'm going to add a couple dollops back here behind my cookie so that it doesn't fall off. So that's what I have going on. We'd like to put some more sprinkles on here, if we can. It just looks like it's gonna fall over. So I'm just spritzing this with some distilled water, just to try to help my sprinkles adhere a little bit better. My little cookie was fallen, so I had to make an adjustment. All right. about done here. Okay, so that is about done. Now I think I want to do is I like to create bows for my cups, so we're gonna work on a bow here. And let me just wipe my hands real quick so that I don't get any of the spackle or red drip or anything that I might have on my hands on our bow. Okay. So for some reason my chair after a while decides it wants to be a low rider. Okay, so I'm going to make a 6-loop bow, and I'm going to do it all with my fingers. So I'm going to use these 3 fingers to wrap to wrap the bow around, or the ribbon around. So first off, I'm taking the end of my ribbon, and this is going to be one tail, and we're just going to leave it. I'm just kind of pinching it with my pinky and my thumb, and now I'm just going to wrap the ribbon around my 3 fingers. So that's 1 loop. Here's 2, and here's 3. Now here we are going to cut our ribbon. A better pair of scissors. Where are they? Here they are. Okay, so I have my 6 loops, and so now I'm going to take this end and I'm going to run it through my fingers. We're going to put it down through here. Oops. Down through here, and I'm going to grab that end. And then I am, you see right now I have this loop here. I'm going to take this end of the ribbon and I'm going to go tuck it up underneath there. And now I'm going to take that end of that ribbon and I'm going to pull it tight, and I'm going to try to keep it kind of in the center. I'm going to pull it tight. And now I'm going to take my ribbon off my fingers, and we now have a 6-loop ribbon bow. Like that. So here we can, I typically just hot glue it on to my handle, and then we'll trim the ends. The white stuff, are you talking about what this is, or the white stuff that's on the gingerbread man Bobby? If you're talking about the white stuff that we're calling our whipped topping, this is Spackle, and then the white stuff that's on the gingerbread man is basically this, I think it was called Puffy, but it's the same brand from Tulip. But it just, where it says slick here, it said Puffy. So that's what the white stuff happens to be. Okay, so let's hot glue this on. And I like to so there's a front and a back, and so I want to put my hot glue on the back side of my bow. in the middle. And then I guess I should have put, I have some like E6000, because sometimes this hot glue is not going to keep this adhered to my glass. So there's our bow. And now I want to just trim up my ends. I'm just doing an angle cut like that. So this looks like my topping looks a little off, but you know, it is handmade, and I don't know. Yeah, it's a really easy way to make a bow, Betsy. Just using your fingers, and it comes out pretty quick, real quick and easy, and it's pretty uniform. So I'm going to turn the camera up here. So that's my project tonight, this little cute hot cocoa. And with the little gingerbread, the little Oreo cookie that we embellished up with those marshmallows, and then our little peppermint that we had, I had created earlier. This was made out of foam clay as well. So I think that turned out pretty cute. I appreciate Betsy and Eileen for going on. Appreciate Betsy tremendously for organizing this event that the members from the Cakery Content Club, I have to think, Cakery Content Club members are able to participate in. And so there's a few of us that have chosen to do that, and it's a great way if you're trying to grow your business or grow your Facebook page, is to get out there and do some lives like this. So I appreciate it. So, but that's my project tonight, this yummy fake hot cocoa that's all dressed up. So hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back again. I'm thinking I'm going to do a live again tomorrow night for another Christmas. This is my week of Christmas. I'm going to do another Christmas project, and if you want to watch, you sure could come along and watch that. I'd appreciate it. And then again on Saturday I have a Christmas live sale on another group. Check that out on my page if you'd like to get more information. So I will see you soon. I definitely will be back next Thursday. So we'll see you then. Have a great night. Bye-bye.